Welcome to MetaScape with Blake Mobley. In this episode, I'm going to show you how to do character creation. The first phase, we're going to do steps 1 through 4. The character sheets are made up of 4 sheets, two physical pieces of paper, front and back, so 4 pages. The most important page and the page used the most is the main sheet, which you see in front of you. It's where you'll list your kits, which define your character, your attributes for gameplay. You will have down at the bottom of the sheet your meta management, your meta powers and events and buffs. You will have your weapons and armor table, and at the top you will have your 3 tables where you'll record your resistances, skills from the bottom up, and then all of your feats, your powers that use meta, will be reported on these 2 tables right here. Back of the main sheet, the tip sheet, is not very relevant during gameplay, so you'll virtually never use this during gameplay. Your gear sheet is where you'll have your identity that includes age, height, weight, etc. You'll have your encumbrance, place to put your money, your equipment, artifacts, your modules on 2 tables, and then 3 tables for your skill sets, and finally your large buff to bonus table. And then the last sheet, the table sheet, is used largely for character creation and character advancement. We'll be using this a lot here. If you notice in green, we have the character creation steps and a little side table. We've got ranking up, we've got leveling up, and then over here we've got a large table that addresses what happens for each level and rank. At the bottom of the table sheet, you've got information for creating your stats for your weapons and your armor, and some bonuses tables in the middle. So, let's start with step 1 of character creation, player name. Simply write your player name. On all 4 sheets where it says player, use your real human name so that if your sheets are lost, you can easily find them again, like this. When you're done doing that, go to your table sheet and mark off step 1. Step 2 says you are level and rank 1.0. This is easy. Just go to your main sheet and record that you are level 1, rank 0, like this. Now, simply back to the table sheet. Mark step 2 off, and step 3 says pick a race and a class. For this, you'll want to go back to your main sheet again, consult the rule books, and fill in your race and class here. Your race needs to be a defined race. It's best to choose one out of the rule books. I'm going to pick Centaur. And your class is actually a label you're going to give yourself. You could put Bob here, but that's terribly non-descriptive and not very relevant. I want to make a tanking character running around with a big warhammer, so I'm going to call my class Warrior Tank. Again, this is just a label. What will really define your class in MetaScape isn't this label. This is kind of a direction for you. It's the kit information that you select from the game that will define your class. But now, back to the table sheet. Okay, we cross off step 3. We've picked our race and our class. And now for really defining our character, step 4, picking your kits. If you notice over here, I have 5 kits that I must choose from. I have a racial kit, which I'm going to use Centaur, a combat kit, which will be some form of tanking, a specialty, which I'm going to go with, looking at the rules, alchemy and herbalism, and then my weapon and my armor. Your weapon and armor is basically how well you attack with your weapon and how well you defend with your armor. You will have ratings for these. The little abbreviation red R stands for rating. If I look over on my advancement table, I see that at rank 1.0, I have 5 ratings. The rating system is known as the play system. Poor, low, average, high, extreme, or play. Over here at rank 1.0, I have a low, 2 averages, a high, and an extreme. So now on a scratch piece of paper, I need to take my 5 initial kits, the racial, combat, specialty, weapon, armor, and decide how important I wish to make them. I'm going to make this tank look like this. I'm going to take the combat kit, which will be all my tanking abilities, as extreme. I want to be very good at defense, so I'm taking my armor as high. I want my race to be pretty good because it's got my resistances and some other neat Centaur stuff in it, so I'm putting my race at average. My specialty, which will be my alchemy herbalism, I'm going to put it also as average. And I'm going to sacrifice that my attack with my weapon is going to be my worst stat at low. So I've used my extreme, high, average, average, low that are specified here. I've taken my 5 kit types and listed them. Now on the front sheet, I will actually go, on the main sheet, I'll go look up all of these kits. Using the rules, I'll find my racial kit alphabetically here. If you click Table of Contents, you'll get a larger display of everything. So I can see my racial kits are here. I've got a number of combat kits to choose from in the combat area, specialty kits, weapon, and armor. So there's my kit types I can go pick from. So I'll pick from each of these and list them on my main sheet like this. So in the rules, my combat kit I chose as my extreme is called tank. Armor, you simply write the word armor over as my high. My race was Centaur at average. My specialty, alchemy, herbalism, is also average. And then my weapon is down at low. So now I have all of my kits defined and their proper play rating right along here. I can now cross off step number 4. I'll continue the rest of character creation in the next video.